Hi, welcome to the YouTube channel. This is Optical Art with the Fibonacci numbers. So what you want to do is measure off equal spacing on the edges of your paper and take your time with this, because if they're not across each other, it's really gonna not make a great grid. So the first part is kind of off-centered, or center is your first space, which is just 1 unit. Then you're going to measure 2 units, and then you're going to measure 3 units of whatever spacing that you chose. It could be 1 inch. I had a little piece of paper, so it's not 1 inch. This is 5 units here, and then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and make my grid, and I'm going to repeat on this side. So I already have the 1 unit, so now I'm going to do 2. I'm going to count off 3 spaces here. Make sure your ruler is straight as you slide it across. Now it's 5 spaces. And if I could keep going, it would be 8. And if I could keep going, it would be 13, which is the Fibonacci numbers. Okay, so now I'm going to create my space of number 1 measurement on the other side as I turn the paper. And yes, so be careful as you do this, because you really want to make sure this is straight. So the sequence is 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. So you're adding 1 and 2 to 3. Then you're adding 3 to 5 to 8, or 2 to 3 to 5, and then you're adding 3 to 5 to 8, and then you're adding 5 to 8 to 13. So that's how the number sequences occur. And so when you do this, it's going to look really cool, especially if you make it off-centered. You don't start the 1 unit on the corner of your paper. All right, so what do you need to do? Start off with the 1 box and then make a diagonal. I often skip a box, and that's frustrating, so I'm just recommending that you start off with the diagonal, and then after you finish every other one, then you can go from there. And if you skip one, you skip one, it will still look really cool. So the darker the color, bolder the color, it's going to look like it pop. Then I started to use a ruler because you really want crisp edges. I also sharpened my pencil often when I was doing this, and went back and filled things in, and then really go to the edge of the paper. So check out Bridget O'Reilly. She did some really cool work as an optical artist. So thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing to my YouTube channel, Optical Art.